Hi everyone, Bob Kimball. I'm the developer of Viridian, and I have been asked just to give you a quick explanation and overview of how the taxes work in Viridian. So let me start with structure. So the Viridian community has a number of taxing jurisdictions. It has what's called the Viridian Municipal Management District, and that's a taxing jurisdiction that funds public infrastructure. You have the city of Arlington, you have the county, Tarrant County, you have the college district, Tarrant County College District, and you have the hospital district. So those are all the taxing jurisdictions that levy taxes or assessments on people that live in Viridian. So let's talk about rates. I'm just going to talk overall rate. Generally, master plan community rates, tax rates in the state of Texas run from 3 to 4% of the assessed valuation of your home. In Viridian, we're at about 3.25, so we're on the lower end of master plan community rates. We're higher than a typical subdivision that doesn't have all of the infrastructure and amenities that we have, but we're certainly on the lower end in terms of big master plans around the state. Houston has a ton of master plans, and they generally run higher than what we run. Just to give you a little perspective. So there is something extremely unique about Viridian in that we have this Viridian Municipal Management District, which is a taxing jurisdiction, and it's put in place to help us fund some of our infrastructure, and it's put in place to help us maintain some of our infrastructure, so we're not dependent on the city. Obviously, when you look around the landscape maintenance standards between the homeowners association and the district and the quality of our trail systems and parks, we're a step above what you would typically see anywhere else in the city. That's because we pay more for that, right? So we have a much higher standard and quality level of infrastructure in Viridian. The flood control and drainage standards are state of the art. Our landscaping, parks and amenities and trail systems are all really good, top quality stuff. So we pay more for that, obviously. It's not free. But our overall rate, again, should be right around 3.25. I can't give you an exact number because those rates do change. And we also pay a PID assessment in Viridian that's part of that tax rate equivalent. And so the PID assessment doesn't change, it's fixed depending on the size of your lot. And so when you add that all up, it's going to be somewhere around 3.25% of the value of your home. Now, let's talk about what's super beneficial to Viridian, very unique to Viridian. There is a thing called, an entity called a tax increment reinvestment zone. You don't pay any extra for that. What that is early on in the development, we realized we were going to need help. So the county, the hospital, the college district, and the city all essentially send a portion of what you pay them in taxes back to Viridian, to the Viridian Municipal Management District, to help fund our infrastructure. It's very unique. It's called a tax increment reinvestment zone. So effectively, instead of your taxes going to the county or the city or the hospital or the college, and they use them for their operations, a big chunk of your taxes are coming back to Viridian to help fund the public infrastructure, the roads, the water lines, the sewer lines, the reclamation work that was done, the flood control and drainage work that was done. So it's what allowed Viridian to be a viable entity. So that's the big picture on the tax rate. I appreciate your time. I'm sure people would have detailed questions on how all that works. But just remember, including all your ad valorem taxes or your assessments that you would pay in the public improvement district, your all-in rate's going to be somewhere between right about 3.25%. And that should answer most people's questions. Oh, one last thing, the public improvement district. Our public improvement district is an assessment that was levied on us that paid for our fire station and our fire trucks that serve Viridian. to the tune of about $4.5 to $5 million. And then the big bulk of the rest of the PIT assessment went to pay for public parks. So a lot of the reason we have so many and we have such world-class, good quality parks has to do with the PIT assessment. But basically, it's just another taxing mechanism that is used to help fund public infrastructure, and ad valorem taxes for public parks is not something you can do. So we used a PIT assessment. So that's how it all got done, and that's how we get all these cool parks and trails and amenities and good flood control along the river. And we have the ability to maintain it all ourselves through the Viridian Municipal Management District, so we're not dependent on the city. So we can control the quality of our destiny for those of us that live in Viridian. Hopefully that explains everything. If you have any further questions, just send them into the annual HOA meeting and we'll do our best to answer them. You take care. Bye-bye.